People fall in love with their first image of you.
Ain't YouTube funny, bro? I swear to God, bro. The more I like browse through it, the more I watch videos, the more like I don't want to call myself a reaction. Like I watch, I'm just chilling, bro. I just chilling. I open up the camera and I just watch and I speak. You know, I don't say controversial stuff unless I'm thinking before I speak it. Not like some other cucky dudes. Okay, so what was I talking about? Yeah. The more I watch this YouTube stuff, and the more I think about how they be uploading their videos, bro. You got three stuff that you can do right now to get like views, and I'm implementing now and see if that's actually true or not, because I don't get a lot of views. I don't get no views. If I get a single view, bro, I did what I said. I like successful. You got this thumbnail, okay. And you got this, where you're shocked and you're not showing your face. And you got the title will be like, the shocking truth. The truth about the shocking history of, and it will be a normal ass video. Like this guy is explaining how both of these dudes, that they were not friends and they were just like playing like both two characters that are friends on like, they're just like two actors. I know he's saying like it's a true, like it's a horrible, like what the dark reality, bro. Let's check it out, bro. Let me fast forward.
We all fell in love with two best to 15-year-olds who had no way of showing Drake and Josh how much they loved the show. A lot of us forget that in 2005 there was barely any social media, there were no smartphones, no YouTube, no live streams, no follower counts. They worked a 9 to 5 while other kids went to school, and they went home to their families every day just like anyone else. These two just did what most normal teens do: go to parties, hang out with girls, maybe get in some trouble. Well, at least Drake did. Josh wasn't partying much. Josh was actually going through some really tough times. Josh Peck was raised by a single mother. He actually never met his father. He was always interested in being an entertainer, doing stand-up comedy at the age of 9 years old because anything athletic was definitely out of the question. However, he always wanted to fit in. Being an outsider wasn't this cool, interesting thing for kids in the late 90s. Think about popular films and shows glamorizing high school life. You had the jocks, the hot girls, the nerds. Kids like Josh Peck were hoping that they would be a part of the popular crowd and get invited to the parties when high school came. But we all know he wasn't. Drake was very similar to the character he portrayed on the show, a slick Cali bro who had girlfriends and went to parties as a teen. So them being very different worked on the show, but wasn't very practical in real life. I think they mentioned having sleepovers when they were casted on the Amanda show, but as they got older, they didn't hang out in their personal lives. Josh was sick and tired of being this version of himself he hated. It wasn't all vanity though. He knew he would keep getting casted as a fat funny guy for the rest of his career if he didn't make a change. He wanted to have a successful acting career, so that also inspired the weight loss which we witnessed on TV. As he started to lose weight, he was finally starting to fit in with the normal kids, so Josh started to do what normal kids do.
And suddenly I'm like now looking like a normal kid and a normal teen, and I'm like, oh, they do drugs, and that's normal, and they go to house parties, and they go to clubs.
Josh started acting more like Drake's character, but in real life. It was a double-edged sword. Obviously, he was being accepted socially, but being heavily addicted to drugs was the price he had to pay. By the time they were both 20, Drake and Josh was over. Their relationship, it's complicated. Drake loved his time spent on the show. It was what he always dreamed of. His dad raised him on buddy comedies like Dean and Jerry, Abbott and Costello. Once he met Josh and they got their own TV show, he was living his biggest dream. Plus, he was absolutely adored by the Nickelodeon world. Taking a look at this list of Kids' Choice Awards, which is pretty much the biggest thing you can get as a Nickelodeon star: 2006, Favorite TV Actor, Drake Bell. 2007, Favorite TV Actor, Drake Bell. 2007, Best TV Actor, Drake Bell. 2008, Favorite TV Actor, Drake Bell. It was very clear that Drake was the star and Josh was the co-star, despite Josh being funnier and more memorable in almost every aspect. Drake had full intentions on moving forward.
I watched I watched like this TV show, but I don't remember like quite off. Like I don't remember like exactly what happened and how they were. I just remember that Josh was like the funny fat kid, and Drake was like the, as he described him, the slick, cool kid. And I think they had a sister, if I'm not wrong. They had like an angry sister that both of them were like afraid of her.
With his career alongside Josh, doing more movies
Maybe I'm
and
mistaken
TV
with
shows
another
together,
show.
just like the buddy comedy duos he idolized. Josh had other plans. Drake was never aware of what Josh was going through behind the scenes. Josh wanted to move on from the show. He was known as the fat funny punching bag who brought way more comedic value to the scene. When we watch these old episodes, we feel happy. Josh sees an underappreciated, depressed, overweight, and insecure child hiding his true feelings from everyone. So he took his own route. Immediately after Nickelodeon, he got a voice acting role as Eddie in Ice Age, got to star in the film The Whackness, which premiered at the Sundance Film Festival and was critically acclaimed. He basically stayed busy every single year since then, having a film or TV role, including the Fox sitcom Grandfathered, where he was a star alongside John Stamos. He became one of the most popular creators on Vine, which is where he would eventually meet David Dobrik, the Paul brothers, the Vlog Squad, and become a popular influencer on YouTube with millions of subscribers. Drake hung around Nickelodeon a little longer. He did star in a terrible Superbad remake movie called College, as well as a poorly received spoof comedy superhero movie. After that, for the next decade, a few small roles in a bunch of random movies that you never heard of. His career stayed alive because of consistent TV work given to him on Nickelodeon. He did tons of different voice acting roles and one-off shows throughout the years. His music career is actually very interesting. Disney knew how to set up their actors' music careers, whereas all Nickelodeon music careers struggled. Drake has no gold or platinum records in America despite releasing music consistently for the past 17 years. However, in Mexico and various Spanish-speaking countries, Drake Bell, aka Drake Campana, is a huge star. He's had multiple high-charting Billboard singles and albums in Mexico. In some of these countries, he does shows for thousands of people. He speaks Spanish, releases all his new music in Spanish, provides Spanish subtitles with everything he does. I'm not really sure how that all happened, but it's been very fruitful for him. In 2014, he filed for bankruptcy, owing over $500,000 in taxes. In 2016, he was arrested for his second driving under the influence charge. He served 1 day in jail and 4 years probation. When you're not invited to the wedding, the message is clear. True colors have come out today. Message is loud and clear. Ties are officially cut. I'll miss you, brother. Summer of 2017, Josh got married to his longtime girlfriend Paige, and Drake was not invited. The great fallout of Drake and Josh was the new viral gossip piece, and the internet was loving it. It seemed like just yesterday they were roommates playing ping pong and working at the movie theater. We thought Drake would be the best man. Turns out, he didn't even know about the wedding. The story blew up bigger than Drake could imagine. Thankfully, a couple months later, they made up and did some YouTube content together.
Back together again, we're all good.
Then they both spent the next year or so doing press for other projects, and people just kept asking about the marriage incident. They had already publicly made up, but I guess interviewers wanted the drama. In 2018 and 2019, they made a number of different content pieces together, and it really seemed like their relationship was as good as it can get.
Guys, we're together. What else do you want? What's happening, everybody?
In 2019, Josh came up with the idea to do a reboot of their classic show. The name of the reboot, Josh and Drake. When he reached out to Drake to read the script, things got weird. The idea was that Drake was going to be a failed musician and Josh was a successful real estate agent. They were basically parodying Drake's real life as a musician in Mexico, while Josh's character was a totally made-up life. Maybe they were trying to get back at Drake because his character was originally the cool guy and Josh was the loser. The opening line in the very first episode was supposed to be, "Hug yourself, kid," instead of their trademark saying, "Hug me, brother," which would have just been a slap in the face to the fandom. Then it transitions to Drake in Mexico performing at a quinceañera for the daughter of a drug cartel leader, where they are all drinking and doing hard drugs, which leads to a gunfight, and then they don't want to give Drake his money, which is all a super stereotypical way that Americans convey Mexican culture. So it's just a sad... Drake didn't want to do the Drake and Josh reboot without making some creative changes because he didn't want to disrespect his Mexican fans. Josh wouldn't let Drake make those creative changes, and shortly after that, Drake started getting into his legal trouble. In 2020, Drake was outed by his ex-girlfriend Melissa on TikTok about how abusive he was in their past relationship, which went pretty viral. Drake denied all claims of physical abuse, but admitted he could be verbally abusive like a lot of
You know what's funny about if a woman got like, if a woman is in an abusive relationship, like she should immediately like call him out, bro. She should immediately like file anything that she's supposed to be filing upon him. She shouldn't wait like for like 5 or 6 years and then come out and say like I don't know when this happened, but I'm just saying like some women like wait for 5-6 years and they come out and then they say I've been with this guy, he was abusive to me, and now I want to file go to court, and now I want to file cases, and you know what I'm saying? Like one, it will make you like look bad because they will say like you want, especially if the guy's successful, or you want money, or you want attention or whatever, and why if anything happened to you, why didn't you say in the first place? I know at first when girls are in a relationship, they be like I'm with him now, maybe he'll change me because I have such like I value him. I don't want to destroy everything and go to the police and destroy him. But no, that's what you're supposed to do. So yeah.
couples get
That's
during
what
the
everyone's
fallout.
supposed to
This
do.
story led to multiple other accusations, including one that would make the courtroom. He pled guilty via Zoom to a felony attempted child endangerment and a misdemeanor charge of disseminating matter harmful to juveniles in June of 2021. But Drake was accused of much worse, including sending explicit pictures and engaging in sexual activity with a minor. However, he only admitted guilt of sending text messages that were sexual and then stopped once he was aware of the victim's age. The situation
Hey, but come on now. Come on. If he didn't know, come on now. Like, if the guy didn't know.
is definitely creepy. And there are a lot of other factors to consider which have been broken down extensively on YouTube. But the internet is not convinced that Drake is innocent of the harsher things he was accused of. His social reputation has obviously been ruined because of this. Which leads us to today. Josh Peck recently made some big claims on a podcast that he and Drake were never friends.
Are you guys like not friends?
Not really. No.
He told a number of different lies on these podcasts that are starting to make fans question everything.
I knew that Drake and I didn't stay in touch for
Maybe because the guy, all of his bad stuff is coming out, so this dude is like, cleaning himself away from him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never was friends with him and everything. I didn't like, this is why, like, social media guys are, like, full of crap, bro. Like, a moment they're friends with him, and if something happened, they just, like, I don't know, man, I don't know.
the 10 years since we had made the show, but no one needed to know that.
Here they are in 2012 at what appears to be a house party. Here they are spending Christmas together in
Yeah.
2013. Here are multiple instances of them hanging out in 2014. In 2015, they had Drake come on Josh's show Grandfather.
I think it's just an opportunity for Drake and I to be working together again, and obviously we love each other.
Plus, Drake says that they talked when
Obviously
Josh
love
announced
each
that he
other.
was engaged. To suggest that they at least didn't stay in touch is wild.
He was surprised he wasn't invited then? If he's going
Yeah.
bananas on you?
He's surprised, but then he takes to the internet and he starts writing these tweets that immediately like catch fire. And so then he like leans in and goes on this press tour about how heartbroken he is.
Drake tweeted two things and the internet dragged them out. Plus, there was no press tour. Then 2 months after that, they made up publicly and made some YouTube content together.
Yeah, that's what
After-
I'm saying. Like, he made videos saying, like, we're back together and we're together, what do y'all want more, and stuff. But now he's saying, like, they were never friends, and I don't know.
They made up publicly. Drake and
This
Josh,
whole-
throughout
this
the
whole-
next year, would talk about the marriage incident in various interviews. So I think Josh is just remembering things incorrectly.
I was at the Video Music Awards and I see him there and he sees me. And I go up to him, like, and this might be the most Sopranos thing I've ever done. And I look at him and I go apologize to my wife right now.
Josh literally filmed himself walking up to Drake. Does this look like how a gangster moves?
And is that
The fake life of famous people, bro. Especially the guys that live in Hollywood. And I expect that this guy is in Hollywood since he's with David Dobrik and those guys.
Literally filmed
that's
himself
sad,
walking
bro.
up to Drake. Does this look like how a
Kisses
gangster
his
moves?
head,
and is that the last
smiling,
communication?
walking up to him.
Much.
The
And now
VMA
he went to now he comes up after dudes is finished. He got no reputation, nothing. He comes out and say, I went to him and I did the most Sopranos thing that I've ever done, and I said, go to my wife and apologize.
This was in August of 2017. Since then, they have filmed multiple YouTube videos together, worked on a Drake and Josh reboot, and I can only imagine they spent time together in their personal lives as well.
Of
That is not
course.
even close to the last.
If you film videos with someone, of course, at least you saw him before the video. Was it like, oh hi, what's up? Yeah, let's start the video. Of course not. Of course, like you chatted a bit and even after the video, oh, okay, recording is done. See ya. I go, of course, like before the video, chatted for a bit, maybe like went out or something, and after the video, same thing. I don't know, man.
Last time that they've had communication. Drake just recently started a podcast called Drake and Janet with the same branding, which is just kind of weird, bro. Like, let it go.
Yeah, man. But I can understand why he did that. It's like clearly, it's for him like to gain like the numbers back again. Same name, oh, same guy, oh, same logo. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you should let it go, man. You should let it go.
Drake still says nothing but good things about Josh and wants nothing more for them to be
Of
friends
course,
again.
he wouldn't have brought his name in a bad way again. he has to stay away from the drama for a bit, and then he'll come back. Then he'll come
After
back
all,
to it.
the
you know?
Drake and Josh show was the biggest and most successful thing that Drake has ever done, which isn't the same thing for Josh. He has absolutely destroyed his social reputation, and him repairing his relationship with Josh might be the only thing that could win over the people's trust again. However, it's pretty evident that Josh wants nothing to do with Drake. While he may be lying about them never being friends, he has made it very clear that since the show ended in 2007, he wanted to no longer be the secondary character, the fat funny guy, Drake's sidekick, and he
But no, he's not even in. Like he's not even a character in anything.
worked extremely hard to build a career off his comedy and creative vision. Who could have ever guessed that their real life situation would turn out exactly like the episode Josh has done?
Come on, dude, I said I was sorry.
Yeah, I heard you.
Well, stop being mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I'm done.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Josh!
What?
Look, I'm sorry!
Well, look, let me finish, okay? I was wrong, okay? I was wrong. What do you mean?
I need you more than you need me. I need you way more than you need me, all right?
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I just need you to understand that... I just... Sorry, Josh, I'm sorry.
Wow, yeah, man. Yeah, that. Maybe these actors, when they write some stuff, it gets deep into their skin.
Ich bestell dann wohl mal was. Das sieht